square. It's a very small square. Okay, now we can start. Oh, sorry. Okay, now. We'll play it. Oh, all enter? I'm gonna kill my... Really? This overloads OBS? Really? Okay, never mind, never mind. Okay, yeah, I think this is good. Okay, game options. That game F12 is that the game? (1945). My name is Aaron Bruce, son of Malcolm Bruce, rightful heir to Dunhill House. I have recently discovered that my tyrant of a father intends to disinherit me in favor of my deranged younger sister. My relationship with my family is strained, to say the least. I've decided that the time has come for my sister to be removed from this ghastly equation. Are we killing her? I intend to put her out of her... Okay. Unfortunately, my sister now leaves the confines of Dunhill House, which makes the matter more complicated. I've not visited the family home in quite some time. I can't bear to be in the hellhole for long. However, my presence on the night of my father's 50th birthday will cause no suspicion. I must choose the time and the method of the deed very carefully. Tonight is the night I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. No, I move with click, okay. Oh, never mind, I don't. Bloody hell, George. Who has been responsible for my tin in the gardens? Used to be Big Jack Willis, sir. He's been dead almost a year now. I do a little here and there. Can't do much on account of my bad back, though. My sister hasn't offered to help you, then? Miss Jennifer isn't really the outdoor type, sir. I know her, George. It was a joke. Very funny, sir. Let's go inside before the ocean comes to Dunhill. Homecoming. Converse with your relatives and search the house for useful objects. Objects are divided into two categories, items of evidence and weapons. You will only be allowed to pick up 2 objects from around the house before dinner commences, so choose wisely. Oh shit! I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. After dinner, you will have the chance to plant an item of evidence if you wish, and then commit the murder. There are many ways to do the deed, but only the cunning will succeed. I'm gonna kill a woman. Good evening, Mrs. Aaron. May I take your coat? No. Only, oh my god, no! Only no. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna eat pizza to contemplate this. Why do they make male characters look like this sometimes? Why do they do that? I haven't finished my dinner. 1 second. Oh shit, hold on, I'll fix this. Mm, what the fuck? And it's back to normal again. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm gonna suffer by this. Whoa! Remove full screen. I'm done. No, Alt Enter. Fuck it. I would rather no. I will. Yeah, sure. Take it. Take this blasted wet thing off me. Alt Enter. There. Okay, now I can. Here we are. I'll play it on the small screen. I don't mind. But first, pizza. Oh. Okay, I'm done. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. I had 4 slices of pizza. I had to. I really had to. Okay. Okay, there. You're new, aren't you? Sophia is my name. I recognize you from your pictures, Mr. Arn. I'm not new exactly. I've been employed by your family for almost a year. It's just that you have never visited before. Just what are you trying to say? I don't want to. I've been busy. I mean, if I'm going to kill a woman, I'm not going to make a fuss before I do the murder. I've been busy. My work keeps me very busy, unfortunately. I understand. Went away from my family a lot since I started this job. You are here now, and I'm sure you're eager to meet with the others. Very. Your father is in the library on your left, and your mother is in the parlor, which is on your right. Thank you for telling me how my own home works. Your sister is upstairs in her room, I think. Can I stop? Can you not give me options to flirt with her? I know my way around my own damn house now. Thank you. You're very welcome. I'll be in the kitchen preparing dinner. I'll sound the bell when dinner is served. It's no time. It's no time. Doggy! Even now, the familiar musty smell of your father's library fills you with dread after you step inside. You have too many bad memories in this room. Doggy. Your father's best friend, a hunting dog named Beastie. The dog looks at you for a moment, then walks away when it realizes you have no food. Father. Hello, father. The father remains silent for several moments, and a chill seems to pass through the library when he finally speaks. It is in a quiet and bitter tone. You told me you'd never enter this house again, boy. Why are you here? See, happy birthday! It's obvious why I'm here. I want to put all the unpleasantness behind us and wish you a happy 50th birthday. Happy? You always think this is a happy day for me? Another day when I can watch my life's work crumble into nothing. Another day to see our bloodline slit its own throat. Jesus. You know how to make me happy. Move back to Dunshield, take your proper place, and do your damn duty. I don't want to make it obvious that I hate my sister. You have to let me live my own life, yeah. It's too late, father. I have my own life now. My own home, my own job. Damn the both of hell! Do you think your pathetic little life really means anything? You're the last of a noble dynasty that stretches back hundreds of years. What does your life mean next to that? Everything. You're the same snot-nosed brat you always were, boy. Obviously, I didn't give you enough discipline as a child. Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, if you can't be civil, I'm out. I can see you're determined to be impossible. I think I can have a better discussion now. You are the impossible one! But I think you're probably right about one thing. This conversation is pointless, now it's over. Get out of here. Thank you. But I'm gonna take this. This is a hefty tome of Bruce's family history. You feel sleepy just looking at it. Get away, boy. That shirt's for the dog. Okay. These shells are labeled British history. The desk lamp provides a soft glow. When your father isn't looking, you quietly open the top drawer of the desk and take a look inside. It seems to be filled with the memorabilia. Well, the item sends a shiver through your bones, a cruel leather toss your father used to beat you with when you were a child. Perhaps you've landed it in the right place and might raise a question. For hermeneutics. Take it. Are you sure you want to take it to toss? Remember, you can only pick two objects. I mean, there's better. There has to be something better. You recall this old grandfather clock very well from your childhood. You used to believe that if it ever stopped ticking, time itself might stop moving. Good to know. Walking into the pantry, you begin to salivate at the promising scent of roast beef coming from the kitchen beyond. You find nothing interesting in the drawers. On top of the cabinet, however, you see a blue box. Yes! 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 Are you sure you want to? Yeah. I want poison. Poison is a nice clean weapon. I need, at least in all those murder stories you used to read. They never catch those guys. Seems the maid has left Shark Kitchen. Poison is more subtle. I have no reason to interfere. Yeah. There's nothing especially notable about this fireplace. Go. Please don't touch that! Okay. Is there something I can do for you? What time will be ready? I want to know what time the dinner will be served. It won't be long. I'm preparing your father's favorite and I want to make sure it's cooked perfectly. Take your time. Take your time. There's no rush, really. You look like you're sweating yourself to death in here. You are kind, but please don't worry about me. It's my job. I will never complain about a little hard work. All that matters to me is that everything goes smoothly. I'll get back to work now. I will ring the bell when dinner's ready. Timer. The wooden side table is currently empty. Okay. What about this? Assortment of family records and heirlooms are contained within the ornate glass cabinet. Oh, what's... Oh, flashback. I don't know. Of course you use the head for once, boy. Your Uncle Thomas? Ugh. What initials do you see in the silverware? C and B. And a half-wit spells Thomas with a C. I don't know. Well, I do. It's like a half-wit that stand next to me. Which were your ancestors own that silver chalice? If you get this one wrong, there will be serious consequences. Say one more thing for my father. His style and parenting has always been consistent. There's nothing in the old lectern. What's a lectern? Manage to force open a locked drawer in the writing. This is how you find a page of poetry penned in your sister's handwriting. These seem to be love letters penned to an unidentified female. From the descriptions, you would guess it's the new maid. Oh my god, they were roommates. Take one, take one. You should. Oh shit. No, I'll a podium. Oh, okay, okay. It will certainly make for an elegant traditional murder weapon. No, I want to poison. I want to be subtle about it. None of these books interest you. Okay. What's over there? There's a groundskeeper cupboard. George seems to have left it open. Among the various household tools used for a thick length of rope, strangulation is certainly a tried and tested method of murder. Leave it for now. This dusty old wine cellar is where your father liked to practice billiards. The laundry room is the next door, and beyond that, the servant's quarters. Did I incriminate this servant? The billiards cue belongs to a file legs across the weapon table. Certainly not. No. No. There's nothing in here but one laundry. Not here. Broken mirror sits upon the maid's desk. Odds are that it belongs to your sister, and the maid has been hiding here after accidentally breaking it. A shard of glass from the mirror will be a poetic murder weapon. No, not yet. Nothing in his drawers but clothes belonging to the maid. What about the other one? Oh, hi. Oh, so what can I do for you? Seem quite distressed about something. I enter your room. You are distressed. I do? Well, I'm sure it's nothing you should trouble yourself with. Shouldn't be helping in the kitchen. My main concern is that you're pacing around down here while you should be helping the maid in the kitchen. Just it, sir. The new maid doesn't like me. That's just it. The new maid doesn't like me helping with her with anything. She's very domineering. She won't even let me enter the kitchen while she's preparing meals. I've tried discussing the matter with your mother, but it's no use. She hasn't been herself lately either. But please don't trouble yourself about it, sir. I probably shouldn't have said anything at all. What's wrong with my mother? Ever since your sister's condition had become worse, your mother has become rather cold and withdrawn. Your sister has gone through difficult spells before, but it has never affected your mother quite like this. There's a darkness that I have seen in her before. I should say no more, please excuse me. Yeah, he's not gonna comment further. I still have to visit a few rooms. See, oh, that's a very young woman to be an old lady. Your princess has almost given me a heart attack. Hello, mother. Sit down. If you don't talk properly, Aaron, I don't want to crane my neck looking up at you. Where? Oh, here. You finally managed to make it up here for a visit. Please tell me you aren't just here to cause trouble. I'm here to murder. I have no idea what you mean. I'm here to celebrate Father's birthday, so. I certainly hope that is the case. The family has been through enough. Have you been up to see your sister yet? She has been going through an unusually difficult time recently. Will she be okay? Do you think it's serious? I have not seen her this bad in a long time. Do you remember that summer when she, with the razor in the bathroom? Yes, I remember. That was the last time I remember seeing her like this. So yes, to answer your question, I am worried. Anyway, you should go and talk to your father if you haven't already. Wish him a happy birthday. I did. And at least try to sound like you mean it. I did! I tried! The most beloved of all your mother's possessions, her rusty old gramophone, used to play all of her favorite records. Sure, you man. The red book says diary on the front. Take it! Yeah, fuck it, take it. This is a diary with your back turned to your mother. You have a quick leaf through. In recent pages, she writes about the difficulties in caring for someone with your sister's condition and how she wishes that it would all end. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna do you a solid. Thank you. You realize it could look like quite incriminating out of context. You remove the last 2 pages. Yes! Yes! We're gonna point. Yes! Okay, Annabelle invites me. It's time to dinner, it seems. Dinner served. Sophia, could you come here in a moment? Yes, ma'am. Pour me some more wine. Yes, ma'am. But madam! What is it, George? I must protest. It has always been my duty to pour the wine at dinner. Oh, well, I don't want to cause any trouble. Nonsense. What does it matter, George? Stop being overly pedantic. Right? Don't you think you had enough? Just why do I always have the what the fuck option? This is the option I call what the fuck. Nobody chooses that. Nobody. Do you let the staff speak to you like that? I'm gonna antagonize him. Are you going to let George get away with this disobedience, mother? Of course not. You and I will have words after dinner, George. Yes, madam. Let your mother deal with it, would you? We don't need your interference. An interferent little rat, isn't he? Yes, he is. Why can't you ever keep your mouth shut, boy? I mean, you're the yeah. I don't want to keep harassing. I'm gonna piss him off. I don't like him, so I'm gonna do the usual calm down at a person who's angry. Careful, father. There's no need to make a scene at dinner. I'll show you a scene. Get over here. I made those choices in a playthrough, bro. Please, let's not permit his behavior to ruin dinner. Yes, I suppose you're right. You can count your lucky stars, boy. Sophia, could you come here, please? Yes, Miss Jennifer? I just wanted to say that was the loveliest meal I ever tasted. I don't know how you do it, you cunning pixie. They're lesbians. You're too kind, miss. Of course, I will have tea and cakes for you in the drawing room as usual after dinner. Oh, you're so good to me, you sweet thing. So very, very good to me. Just so flirty with Oh my god, this is a flirt. This is a flirt. And oh jeez. Oh. Not for me. I won't have anything. I couldn't eat another bite. Oh, you weren't offering any, so there. Please, Jennifer, let's all try to be civil. Anyway, let's not forget why we are here today. To celebrate your father's birthday, such as a very important occasion for us all. You're so dear to us, Malcolm. Happy birthday. I'm not saying that. Indeed, happy birthday, father. Toby will be one to remember. Can I poison her? Doing the deed! Now it is a time to quickly plant any items of evidence. You have to do so. Simply enter the desired room and select the item in your inventory. Whenever you're ready, enter the drawing room to do the deed. So... hold on. What is that? You don't think it will be needed, maybe red. I cannot get her away from here. No, I didn't check here at all. Your parents' room has not changed in years. It remains a frozen time capsule of a childhood you would sooner forget. You go through the wardrobe but find nothing apart from the clothes and your mother's excessive collection of jewelry. Now it's hardly the time to read it. Okay, fine. You enter the surreal atmosphere of your sister's room. Mirrors of various sizes cover the walls, creating the eerie illusion of crowded space. Ornate clocks are your sister's third love. Right behind mirrors are cruelty. So an evil lesbian. You want to say, okay, I know. We make some nice. You step inside your former bedroom, now a simple guest room. Most of your old furniture has vanished, probably thrown on a bonfire, knowing your father. Okay, fine. How do I kill her? Do you want? No. George seems to be busy sorting through the items in the household. I'm bored. How do I access my inventory again? No. That's Weapons. Hold on. They tell me that Jennifer's condition is likely to only get worse. I don't know how I can go on this way. Sometimes I wish she had never been born. It goes on, yet these 2 pages alone should raise some suspicion about your mother. Do you want to plant this item evidence in this room? Where do I plant it? I mean, the bedroom sounds like the best option. I mean, her room sounds like the best option too. I know very little how to do this. Just put it here. Decide to leave the item on the cabinet, tucked behind the old gramophone. Easy enough to find, but not quite in plain sight. Yeah, that makes sense. Box, right? It's a weapon, not a piece of evidence, and you may need it. Okay, yeah, I'll poison her. Yeah. What's inside? There's nothing. Yeah, go. See Jennifer staring out the window ahead of you, lost in one of her strange moods. She hasn't noticed you enter the drawing room. Now is the time. Oh, okay. Soccer. Die. So I know it's a weapon. Yeah. My bare hands. No, rat poison. Silent weapons on an intelligent killer. Sprinkle all the cakes on the table. It could easily be mistaken for a frosting of sugar. Having a generous portion of your special topping on the cakes, you step back into the shadows and watch to make sure she eats them. Sure enough, she soon turns to the plate and devours 2 of them in quick succession. The poison works surprisingly quickly. She begins to choke and her skin turns green. Finally, she falls to the ground in front of you. You examine her body to make sure she isn't breathing, before placing the container of poison on the desk. The deed is done. It's time to leave this room before someone discovers it. Oh god! Oh, I didn't do it. I was in medbay. I was upstairs. Yes, I was upstairs in the bathroom. No, I wasn't. I was in not in her bedroom, in mine. Good evening, everyone. I am Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. Holy shit, look at that man. I understand this is a difficult time for your family. You're damn right it is! I want to know what you're doing, wasting time in here while my daughter's killer is still out there. Oh, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence of forced entry and nobody has been seen entering or leaving the house. It was entirely possible then that the killer is in this room. What? No! That seems highly unlikely. Perhaps it is. However, in order to follow protocol, I will have to interview each of you in turn. Mrs. Bruce, would you like to meet me in the library first? I suppose so. Thank you for joining me here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Before we begin, I will need to search your person best to get the... Oh, never mind. I set the bottle of poison in the desk. Right, so turn around, please. This is I'm not gonna say what I was going to say. I'm not gonna say what I was going to say. So what's the interview? As you know, I have already spoken to everyone else who was present in the house at the time of your sister's death. We have also now completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we will run through all of your activities since your arrival. May says that you and the butler arrived shortly at 7 o'clock and she greeted you at the door. Yes. Later you went to speak with the maid again, which was curious. Why did you decide to visit the kitchen? Oh shit. Yeah, to see when dinner will be ready. I was hungry and wanted to know when dinner will be served. That makes sense. Later you had a conversation with the mother, Gloria, and the parlour. She said you spoke briefly about your sister. Apparently you seemed quite concerned about her well-being. I was more worried about my mother's mental state because the butler told me. I was more concerned about my mother. She seemed very tired and desperate. I'm sure that dealing with my sister for so many years had taken its toll on her. Your mother has been behaving unusually then. She was not herself. Yes, thank you. I see. You want to see your father in the library. I understand your conversation became quite heated. My father always had a temper. It's a very short fuse. Many of our conversations go that way. My father has a very short fuse. Fuck you. Would you say he has a violent temper? Absolutely. I see, that's good to know. You discussed the prospect of your moving back to Dunshield. You refuse to do so under any circumstances, I understand. I had already made a life elsewhere. My father fails to accept the fact that I have my own life now. I can't just move back here. Of course not, that's completely understandable. Let's discuss your conversation with the butler. You spoke about your mother's recent mood, yeah. He seemed worried about her. Yeah, he seemed very worried about her. My mother was having a very hard time dealing with my sister's condition, apparently. It sounded like she had been pushed to breaking point. Interesting. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? No. I did not see Jennifer until dinner. Very well. Move on to the events that took place during dinner. There was some trouble involved with the butler, I gather. Apparently you were offended by his behavior. Servants really ought to know their place. I know how my family puts up with it. Servants should learn to keep their mouths shut and do as they're told. That doesn't speak for me, but that's the choice I took. That seems rather unfeeling. I will not apologize for having high expectations. I gather that your father rather lost his temper at one point. Just he always loses his temper. There was nothing out of the ordinary. Your father often loses his temper at dinner. My father loses his temper no matter where he is. I see. Now I need to ascertain your location at the time of your sister's death. I was upstairs. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? Upstairs. In my the landing doesn't mean that like the hallway of the upper floor. That's what it means when you say the landing. Like because it's just bedroom, 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 and landing. That would just mean the hallway upstairs, right? Because I accidentally run into every single room until I arrive to mine. In between staircases. Oh, okay. So no, I was in my old bedroom. I was in the guest room. See, thank you. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. During the search, we discovered some pages from your mother's diary. Seems that she was having a hard time dealing with your sister's condition. In some places, she even wished for her death. Does that surprise you? Yes, I'm lost for words. I'm curious about the murder weapon. The poison had apparently been sprinkled upon some cakes which the maid had prepared. However, you also must have passed through the pantry in order to speak to the maid in the kitchen. Uh-oh. Of course, your sister may have done this herself. It was suicide. I'll be completely honest with you, Mr. Bruce. While some of your behavior this evening has been peculiar, I can find no cause for any significant suspicion. I must regard your father as a suspect even though the evidence is far from conclusive. I am slightly curious about the maid, but I doubt she was involved in this. Sadly, I am forced to regard your mother as a primary suspect in this. As far as what happens next, you can go, for now. But I would appreciate it if you did not leave town. I may have more questions for you later. Although I think I will have some more further questions for your father later. Unfortunately, I will need to arrest your mother. Haha! Although the inspector harbored his own suspicions about you, your mother was treated the prime suspect of the case. The evidence you have planted against her led to a trial and swift conviction. She will be spending her life in prison for a crime she did not commit. Your father, beset by grief, turned to drinking and wallowing. Good. He died within a year and you inherited everything. Victory! Dunseal House was yours, along with the fortune that came with it. However, George and Sophia found themselves unable to continue serving in the place after what had happened. As you spent many long, sleepless nights wandering through the rooms of your house, you found that its emptiness was reflected within yourself. Oh, fuck off. You had become hollow, free of everything but the nightmares that continued to haunt you. Okay. That was a good run. That was a good run. I feel like I should try something else. I want to try different things for it. Okay, let me see how many other options can I use to ruin my family. Okay, so the good thing is the achievements are not hidden. So I can straight up go to jail myself, like just me getting convicted, or accuse any of the other members, or make it look like a suicide, or that the maid did it. So I want to figure this more out. I want to figure more out of this. No, you're a lesbian. Okay, so I need to plan my I need to do my path very careful. Um, they didn't highlight how we go. It's fun to try to get all the achievements. Yeah, achievement. If I get the diary, the mother goes to jail. If I get the belt, the father goes to jail. If I need to get up, I haven't talked to. I need to check upstairs. I also need to plan my path to just tell. Yeah, I went here. I did this. It's here. There's at least one item of yours remaining in your former room. Your old Fenton sword. At least this is a weapon with which you are very well practiced. Can I go? Can I send myself to jail? I want to. I want to. I want to. I want this guy to be an idiot. The water is making them barren. Okay. There's nothing here. Look at your reflection in the mirror. Funny, you don't look much like a murderer. Mother says dinner's ready. Go away, little rat. Jennifer, what are you doing? Why did you stare at your reflection like that? Stop making fun of me! I'm not making fun, I really want to know! I just wish to... What, Jennifer? What do you wish for? I wish you would go drown in a lake! Mother is waiting for you. My sister's obsession with mirrors goes right back to her childhood. I never did understand why. What's in her bedroom? Yeah, it's surreal, whatever. Aha! I thought I smelled a rat. Have you got to see me, little rat? It takes a rat to... Yeah, it takes a rat to... A keen sense of smell if you notice my scent. Perhaps you are the rat here. I am nothing like a rat. Filthy, filthy creatures. You used to have a pet rat, didn't you? Remember what I did to him? Oh, fuck you. Yeah, I'm not, what did you want to talk about? I see you are still collecting mirrors. 73, wow. Use all of them at once. Of course, I want to see the question. Are you making fun of my mirrors, little rat? You better not be. Oh wait, I want to speak to you anymore. Found a pair of silky undergarments with her initials embroidered on the side. Planted it in the right place. Is my weave. Okay, I'm gonna do that for later. I wanna fuck up the first I wanna go for the me getting caught. What's here? It's only once you slide the top drawer open to find that you remember this where your father keeps your shotgun. The shiny barrel almost seems to call you out. Guns are surly noise with efficient weapons. Take it! And there is no way to conceal the shotgun on your person without causing suspicion. Perhaps you had to keep your coat on. Oh, okay. Oh, more memories. George said you wanted to see me, mother. Yes. I love how they only changed the hair color. It's only from silver to red. Your sister will not be returning to St. Mary's this year, Aaron. Her condition has become too serious. I see. Have you nothing to say besides that, Aaron? No, nothing. This is precisely what I wanted to talk to you about. The silly feud with your sister must stop. Why do you think that her condition keeps getting worse? Perhaps it's because you refuse to even acknowledge her. She killed Henry. For heaven's sake, Aaron, it was only a rat. It was my rat! He was my friend. I should never have allowed you to keep it in the first place. If you must blame someone, blame me. No! You forgive your sister. Never. Very well, Aaron. You leave me no choice. You're grounded. I will have to speak to your father about this. House always brings back far too many memories. I'll actually take the... What are the poems? Yeah. Seems to be love letters spent to an unidentified female. Yeah, I take one. Planted right occasion. Yeah, I just want to get... I just want to get caught. Yeah, generally ready, no rush, blah blah blah. I like Salmon. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I'm just doing this one to get caught myself. Really nice. Oh, that's nice at least. Madam! Careful, mother, if you drink too much, if you drink much more, you might end up embarrassing yourself. Aaron! What a rude little rat you are. That's enough out of you. How dare you insult your mother? An interfering little rat. I'm gonna kill her. So bad. Yeah, they're gonna flirt. They're gay. Yeah, we know this, we know this, we know this. Yes. Wait, I didn't take my... Oh, because I didn't have my coat. Right. Come hither, thou sweet and flaming hair of maiden. Let us play the games which have been forbidden in dustial rooms of this home, which will... Oh my god. You're pretty sure that forbidden is in a word, and that the rest doesn't really rhyme. Yes, plant is here. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna kill her. Knife. Knife. His sister lets out a shriek as you grab her from behind and shove the knife onto her back. You silence her cries with one hand over her mouth. Twisting the blade that you let her limp body fall to the ground along with a bloody knife. Surely someone will come to investigate the noise soon. You need to get out of this room. No. Get me. I did it. The deed is done. Get me. Damn it, the maid's coming. Hey maid, what's up? I thought I heard. It's my sister. She's dead. Okay, next time I'm gonna keep my I'm gonna keep my coat so I can pull out the shotgun and shoot. Yeah, just kill me. I'm gonna make the worst story possible. Later, you want to speak to the maid again, which is curious. Why did you just visit the kitchen to make sure my family was treating her well? I was pursuing the maid. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna the dog stab her. I'm gonna make it look like this guy was obsessed with the maid. Therefore, he killed the only love interest he had. What do you think? I want to see more of the maid. A lot more. Jesus. Forgive me for suggesting it seems rather lecherous. I know that you did not stop to chat with either of your parents when you arrived, which strikes me as a peculiar indeed. Makes me wonder what else you were doing that was so important. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? Yes, I did. And what did you discuss with her? She insulted me and I left. Then I got offended and I stabbed her. She called me a rat and now wanted to be insulted further. I soon left the room. Did that make you angry? To be honest, I was used to it from her. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. Apparently, you made a comment about your mother's drinking habits. I just wanted to get under her skin. That's all. I'll admit I was just trying to stir up trouble. There was nothing else behind it. Any particular reason? Not really. My family and I just have that sort of relationship. I see. I understand you were the one who discovered your sister's body. However, it was not until the maid screamed that alarm was raised. Unfortunately, this does not make you a prime. This does make you a prime subject. I thought it said this doesn't. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. We found a poem written by your sister, which appears to be clearly expressed romantic feelings towards the maid. However, from where we found the poem, there was no reason for us to believe the maid was aware of those feelings. And judging from the matter of your sister's death, I think we can rule out suicide as an option. I am curious about the murder weapon. The knife used to stab your sister in the back came from the kitchen, making the maid a suspect. However, we have established that you were also in the kitchen this evening. It's all very interesting. I will be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. Frankly, your behavior leading up to your sister's death concerns me a great deal. I am slightly curious about the maid, but I doubt she was involved with this. Given the weapon that was used, obviously suicide is not a realistic possibility. As far as what happens next, I am placing you under arrest. Yes, arrest me, yes. As the only person to be arrested, you remain the prime suspect of the case. The evidence against you was overwhelming. At the trial, it did not take very long for the jury to return guilty verdict. You were given a life sentence for the murder of your sister and will be spending the rest of your life sleeping behind bars. If you think in your dank little cell, there was nowhere to hide or to escape from the nightmares when they came. The deed itself had taken possession of your soul, and perhaps it was her final revenge. Good. Good. Okay, so I want to try and get the perfect crime. I'm not sure about evidence, and I need to act in the same way I did before, which is interact with everybody, keep the coat. I'd rather keep my coat. I think I'll keep my coat. Are you sure? It looks soaked through. Quite sure. You're new, aren't you? Sophia's my name. I recognize you from your pictures, Mr. Aaron. Not new exactly. I've been employed by your family for almost a year. Yeah. I've been busy. My work keeps me very busy, unfortunately. I understand. I've been away from my family a lot since I started the job. You're here now, and I'm sure you're eager to meet with the others. Your father's in the library, and you left your mother, blah 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 blah. Thank you. Oh, in the kitchen preparing dinner. It'll sound about when dinner's served. I'm gonna try and get this one. Even now, yeah. Cruel leather toast. What? I don't know what. I don't know what a toast is. Perhaps you planted the right place might raise questions. No, leave it where it is. What evidence can I get that could count as? That could make the murder look like a suicide. Yeah, I'm gonna play it nice. Yeah, just all the decent one. I'm a good guy, man. A hefty tome from Brute's family history. You feel maybe just looking at it. British history. Okay, now, what could I use to make it look like a suicide? No, not the letters to the shit. Not the letters to the mail. Take the rope, yes. Then here. Okay, what if I talk to the butler and then your concerns are my concerns. Want to hear about it? It says, ever since the new maid arrived, I feel like I'm being nudged towards early retirement. She's obviously being trained to become the new housekeeper. She's taking over my responsibilities one by one. I've tried discussing the matter with your mother, but it's no use. She hasn't been herself lately either. But please don't trouble yourself about it. I probably shouldn't have said it.
This new maid is quite domineering then. She doesn't seem to that way to me. Subtle in her ways, but mark my words, she wants to be the running the house. Perhaps it's not a coincidence that your sister's mental health has been gone worse since Sophia arrived. I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary yet, but I have my suspicions. It's a cold and heartless woman as I have never ever known. I should say no more, please excuse me. How do I get his attention? What do I hear? There's nothing in the drawers but clothes we got long into the maid. Broken mirror, no. What about this drawer? No. Hmm. What about this drawer? No. Hold on, let's talk to the mother first. Just be nice to her. I've often wandered down to dreamy Chinatown, the home of King Ali. Yeah, he apologizes. Just forgive me if I'm a little skeptical of the sudden change in your attitude, Aaron. If we can get through today without any drama, then I would appreciate it. Have you been up to see your sister? Was she okay? You didn't get serious. I've not seen her this bad in a long time. Do you remember that summer when she, with the razor, the bathroom? Yes, I remember. That was the last time I remember seeing her like this. So yes, to answer your question, I am worried. Anyway, you should go back and talk to your father if you haven't already. Wish him a happy birthday. Just try to sound like you mean it. Can't do anything about this. So... uh, she's just annoying. She mentions a pet rat again. Do I just... Should I just trigger the flashbacks and then just go for the murder? Yeah, go away, I hate you, you stupid, What's this? Wooden lamp is of no use to you. Okay, fair. Flashback. Your sister's crazy. I hate you. Okay, now. Hmm. I guess just take the... I guess if I just use the notes, it will maybe... If I use the poems, maybe it will look like, oh, she just died of love. Case closed. Oh shit, I misclicked, but well, I call my mom a drunkard. I apologize again, yeah. Okay, murder, 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 murder. Yes. Verse plant the poem. No, I'm gonna murder her. So what? Yeah. Kill her. Rope. Holding the rope in both hands, you creep up behind your sister and pull the noose over her head. She gasps and begins to struggle, but you hold it tight around her neck. It takes some time before she finally goes limp. You let her drop to the floor with the rope still around her neck. Someone might have heard the sound of the struggle. It's time to get out of this room. Immediately. Come on, go to my room. Yep. I'm Chief Inspector, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Touch me. Cinema had already spoken to everyone else who was present in the house at the time of Sister's death. We have also now completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we will run through all of your activities since your arrival. The man says you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock, and she greeted you at the door. She told me that you refused to give her your code, as she found that quite peculiar. I wasn't sure how long I would be staying, yeah. I thought I might have to leave soon. This weather, Mr. Bruce, that seems quite unlikely. Later on, you had a conversation with your mother, Gloria, in the parlor. She told me that you were unusually cordial, something about wanting to apologize and make amends. Yeah, I was being sincere. I want to clear the air between myself and my family. You think it's slightly suspicious that you suddenly wanted to reconcile after all this time? No, I don't. Okay. You said you spoke briefly about your sister, apparently. You seem quite concerned about her well-being. We were worried my sister might attempt suicide. Yeah, we actually were. And I would consider that my sister might try to take her own life, and she had attempted once before. She had, has she? I will take that note of that. You went to see your father in the library. I understand the conversation became quite heated. My father always had a temper. Many of our conversations go that way. You say he has a violent temper. Absolutely. That's good to know. You discuss the prospect of your moving back to Dunshield. You refuse to do so under any circumstances, I understand. I've already made my life elsewhere. If I choose the first one, they're gonna go against the whole I want to come to terms with my family, but I don't want to meet him ever again. Of course, I already made a life elsewhere. My father fails to accept the fact that I have my own life now. I can't just move back here. And that matches with I might leave soon. And then you spoke about the new maid, Sophia. The butler seems to have some concerns about her. He told me that the new maid is a bully. He was only concerned with what's under her dress. He was just afraid of his impending retirement. Yeah. He was paranoid that the maid was going to take his place, which was obviously true. He's almost at retirement age, after all. Yes, I understand. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? I did. I went to her room to see her. What did you discuss with her? Small talk. Nothing consequence. We spoke about the terrible weather, how long it had been since we last saw one another. Okay then. Move on to the events that took place during dinner. Apparently you made a comment about your mother's drinking. For her own good. Someone needed a comment. Yeah, I just still look like a good son. Well, I had to say something. I thought she was drinking far too much. Do you think this has anything to do with her difficulties in coping with your sister's condition? Yes. Interesting. Now I need to ascertain your location at the time your sister's death. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? Upstairs. In my old bedroom. I was in the guest room. I see, thank you. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. We found a poem written by your sister which appears to clearly express romantic feelings towards the maid. However, from where we found the poem, there is no reason for us to believe the maid was aware of those feelings. Is it entirely possible that these feelings of unrequited love contribute to your sister's demise, though? Yes. I am curious about the murder weapon. The rope which was used to strangle your sister came out of the butler's cupboard, which is generally kept locked, I believe. Suicide is a possibility. She may have tried to hang herself and the rope came loose, causing her to fall to the floor. It's all very interesting. I will be completely honest with you, Mr. Bruce. While some of your behavior this evening has been peculiar, I can find no cause for any significant suspicion. While there is some suspicion regarding your father, I don't currently regard him as a serious suspect. There's a question of two regarding the butler, but personally I don't buy it. Too cliche. Despite any question marks about your mother, I don't think for a moment that she did this. The possibility of suicide must be considered, although I am personally unconvinced. As far as what happens next, you can go for now. But I would appreciate if you. Yeah. It's possible that suicide, the perfect crime. Unsolved. Okay, it was not the perfect crime, but it was unsolved. Although the inspector harbored suspicions about you, you were not brought in for further questioning. Suicide was regarded as the most likely possibility, but the inquest determined that there was no sufficient evidence to return a verdict. The case remained unsolved. You had gotten away with murder, it seemed. However, you had not given them sufficient reason to suspect anyone else either, and your father harbored suspicions of his own. Some years later, you were surprised to see his obituary in the national newspaper, and horrified to learn that he had given his state and positions to a trust organization. Fuck! You had committed this foul act for nothing, and now there was nothing at all to give you comfort in the long night when the demons of your past came to haunt you. Anyway, that was fun. I think I played enough for this one. I think that's enough. Yeah, that was fun. Wait, hold on. Fuck, what do I do now? Let me put on some music while I look up what to play next.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was simple and fun. Yeah. Yeah, I love. This is the soundtrack from Downfall, and I enjoy this music a lot because it's very nice, waiting music, like just creepy lobby music. Okay, to keep a place. I do. I need to update it, but I do have it. These are all soundtracks from Downfall. You can look them up, and the other and the playlist. I think it's Spooky Jam. It is there. Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. That's all the music I play on stream, but I need to update it. Oh, good night, Kitty. Thank you for staying, and thank you for your contribution. Okay, I'm gonna write a review for this one. It's fun. It's fun, simple, and fun, simple, clever, and creative for the playing. If you still want to do, oh, are you free now? I would love to because I still have time and I render horror games. Fun to me. But with that one's out of the way as well. To so hi Mary, Callie. So okay, hold on. Yeah, I can absolutely do the thing. I want to do the thing. Hold on.